Finally get the heater fixed and then the window power goes out.
Come on, Sam, get in here. Come on.
What's the lead on Brian and Dixie?
Whatever it is, I'll handle it. I'll follow up on it.
You drove her to run away. I'll bring her back.
Now, we moved this little party off police property so we could track Dixie as quickly and quietly as possible. So before we start wasting time arguing with each other, let's just let them tell what they found.
That's our son, isn't he something?
So, what do you got? Positive ID. Really?
Yeah, first, by process of elimination, we set up a most probable destination.
New York City.
Since we had a pretty good idea of what time Dixie and Brian left with Junior,
You got an ETA on the bridges and the tunnels.
Right, we got very lucky.
We went to the George Washington first. We started flashing pictures of Dixie and Junior to all the toll booth collectors.
Second guy we hit, jackpot.
Yeah, he remembers Junior waving when they went through.
New York City. We're sure of it.
The toll booth collector made a positive ID?
Yes, he remembered Brian after we described him.
Yeah, so we have them pinpointed crossing the GW Bridge this morning.
Where then they either went south into Manhattan or else I guess...
Or north to New England, or upstate New York.
Brian told me once that he hated big cities. He said they swallow you up, they make you disappear.
Well, Manhattan Island alone is millions of people crammed into a few square miles.
Exactly.
No, Brian and Dixie neither. Our alias isn't enough cash to live on.
They don't have enough to last over a week or two. Manhattan's expensive. Brian is a pauper. Dixie's put all of her money into this house.
They have, well, over $10,000 in all of her jewelry. I gave it to her this morning.
Yeah, Dixie came over with pictures for us, and when me and Junior were upstairs with the baby, Palmer found her.
Yes, well, she was rummaging around in the safe. She said she wanted to cash in all of her jewelry so she could open up a trust fund for Junior. Said that she wanted to prove that she was a reliable parent.
You gave her cash.
I'd give her the shirt off my back if she asked for it.
So she could run away?
Hold it.
You bankrolled this whole fiasco.
You're blaming me? I said hold it. Shut up.
I'm running an ad campaign.
I'll plaster photographs on every telephone
Go
pole.
on television and tell her that I've dropped the custody.
saying?
I'll take a full-page ad out in the...
What it costs, I'm not going to let my son go underground in a dangerous city.
Well, they're not going to be underground any longer than we can help it. I will do anything to get those people
Gentlemen,
back.
not hear a word that was said at the police station. I'll tell you what let's do. I'll tell you what. Let's just rent a billboard, put it in front of Judge Carson's house, and just announce the fact that Dixie's in direct defiance of a court order. Why not?
We don't have time for your legal mumbo-jumbo.
Why don't you just let the man make his point? I believe you got the floor, Jack.
Thank you. Look, I don't believe I have to remind anybody in this room that there is a custody case pending here, and that the responsibility of Adam Chandler Jr. still lays on the shoulders of this state.
We are aware of that.
Dixie, through some miscarriage of justice, was found to be an unfit mother, and temporary custody was given to Adam here. Temporary custody until his hearing next week. Meanwhile, the woman whose face you want to plaster on telephone posts and, what was it, TV, has kidnapped her own child and has fled this jurisdiction. And if a whisper of this gets back to Judge Carson, there will be a warrant issued for her arrest so fast your heads will spin.
I can go to Judge Carson and explain everything.
Oh,
Explain what, Adam?
How you lied about what kind of mother she is?
Yes. If I have to, yes.
all right, let's just let him finish.
He's making a federal case out of nothing.
Oh, is that what I'm doing out? All right, Adam. Let's say you go to your crony, Judge Carson, and you say to him what? What do you say to him? Every piece of evidence I trotted by you was falsified? Did you admit that you're a liar? Then what? Then the focus of this custody, your son, is now left with a father who is a vindictive liar and a mother who is supposedly emotionally unstable. Now, how the hell do you think that's going to trickle down the legal system, Adam? How do you think that's going to sit?
He could wind up a ward of the state.
That's exactly what he could wind up.
It happens.
Neither one of you get custody, and this poor kid, this poor innocent child, gets left in a foster home. Now, is that what you want? Because it can, as Trevor says, it can happen.
You convinced? Maybe you should stop trying to run the show. All right. We'll get him back. But we'll do it my way.
Well, looks like my baby's back in a big way, boys.
A knight in shining armor. Anybody who doesn't like it can leave.
So what's our next move?
Excuse me, if I'm not in the dark, I think we're talking about mounting a very expensive undercover operation.
It's already mounted.
Yes.
Top-notch professionals hired by me.
I have extensive resources at my disposal.
Extensive resources are what is needed, Mr. Martin. I think here we're out of your league.
Gentlemen, I'll say this once. I don't give a tinker's damn what you think about me as Tad Martin. But as Ted Orsini, I am the CEO of the internationally acclaimed Orsini Vineyards. Palmer, seems to me you've already given a small fortune to people who couldn't find their way home. And as far as you're concerned, if it wasn't for your misguided arrogance, none of us would be here in the first place. So if you two boys want to start talking about different leagues, maybe you should have a seat on the bench. I'll gladly pay for everything, including your top-notch professionals.
Some things are free. Contact with New York's finest. I'll bring him in on this.
No red flags. Nothing official.
No, just one friend talking to another friend. Nothing surprising. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, now we'll need a list of exactly what jewelry was taken.
Oh, golly, we don't really know exactly what she took.
If you don't, it doesn't matter. All you got to do is check with your insurance writers. You. Why don't you go upstairs and comb through your son's room inch by inch? Brooke and I have already done it, but there's a good chance that you might find something that we'd missed, some clue about their destination. What? You don't like the idea of sifting through your son's room? Maybe you've got a better idea. Like the one you had when you decided to sue for custody again. Remember, none of this would have happened if it weren't for you, Chandler.
I would be happy to search my son's room.
All right, now, we'll need a command post, someplace central where we can all call into.
Count on us. Right, Haley?
You bet.
You've been great so far.
Thanks. We're kicked us into high gear, but I got to take care of something. Clear the boards. Hold the fort. Be back. See you.
What about you? What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to New York.
Come on, let's go make a pot of coffee.
4 adults to make a pot of
Can you
coffee?
check the airports? You know, your friend could probably do it quickly. Just in case we'll have Adam's professional double check to run up his tab. Does Brian have a passport?
I don't know.
We'll find out. Stay in touch.
Roger. See you later. Still can't believe it. Welcome home.
Thanks. Don't worry.
Adios, amigos.
So long. Counselor? Sure as hell hope we get lucky.
Yeah, you got that right. Tell you what, though, I don't envy you much. Riding back into town and then first thing having to jump on a speeding train.
Yeah. It's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I hope you realize the kind of impression you just made on this bunch of people here.
Jack, the only thing I realize is that I'm right back where I started. I've got to protect Dixie again. And I've got to make Adam pay for it. Again.
Well, you were up there long enough. What did you find?
There was nothing to find.
We looked everywhere, but there really was nothing.
You'll let me know if there's anything more I can do.
Listen, if Charlie comes back, tell him I went to the office, please.
Thanks for all your help.
Bye-bye, honey.
Listen, good luck with Gloria, and don't worry. Everything will work out for the best.
Thank you.
I can't bear to say goodbye.
It's not goodbye.
You'll be home before you know it. And Dixie will be here as well.
Well, I'll pray for that just as hard as I can.
Don't you start crying. You know that makes me crazy. You know it does.
Good night, darling. Have a safe trip, Briefly. Well, you don't have to worry about me. I've shed all my tears. I'm all tapped out. I'm just so proud of you.
Changed man, apparently.
Yeah, my little boy, all grown up into a magnificent man. Boy, she must have been one terrific woman, that lady in California. She did a great job of being your mama. Wish I could thank her.
She would have gotten a kick out of you.
You mean that?
Yeah. I was lucky. With Nola and you. Mama.
Oh, thank you.
Your mother missed you, Ted. She never forgot you.
Oh, no, and I never will, never in a million years. Well, I guess we better get back, though, or little Peter is going to think that I forgot him.
We can't have that, can we?
No.
You keep us posted, right?
All right, well, good night, sweetie pie. Welcome home.
I'll find you, Dixie. Some way, somehow. I swear it.